Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Radha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Jaya Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radhe, Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe, Radhe. Jaya Vrindavan Dham, Vrindavan Dham, Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Nitai Gaurang, Jaya Nitai Gaurang, Jaya Nitai Gaurang, Jaya Nitai Gaurang, Nitai Gaurang, Jaya Nitai Gaurang. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
Jai Vishnupad Paramamsa Parivadikta Rashtottara Shata Srimad His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Samstapchara Seva the whole world Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Kuti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shad Goswami Prabhus Ki Jai. Prem Se Gaur Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Vrindadevi Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Gaur Premananda. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1. Questions by the sages. Text 23. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne. Brahmanye Dharma Varmani. Brahmanye Dharma Varmani. Swam Kashta Adunopete. Swam Kashtam Adunopete. Dharmakha sharanam gataha. Dharmakham sharanam gataha. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmanye Dharmavarmani Swam Kashtamadunopete Dharmakkam Sharanam Gataha. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmanye Dharmavarmani Swam Kashtamadunopete Dharmakkam Sharanam Gataha. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmanye Dharmavarmani Swam Kashtamadunopete Dharmakkam Sharanam Gataha. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmanye Dharmavarmani Swam Kashtamadunopete Dharmakkam Sharanam Gataha. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmanye Dharmavarmani Swam Kashtamadunopete Dharmakkam Sharanam Gataha. Bruhi, please tell, Yoga Ishvare, the Lord of all mystic powers, Krishna, Lord Krishna, Brahmanye, the absolute truth, Dharma, religion, Varmani, protector, Swam, own, Kashtam, abode, Aduna, nowadays, Upete, having gone away, Dharmaha, religion, come, unto whom, Sharanam, shelter, Gataha, gone. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Since Sri Krishna, the Absolute Truth, the Master of all mystic powers, has departed for His own abode, please tell us to whom the religious principles have now gone for shelter. Please repeat the translation. Since Sri Krishna, the Absolute Truth, the Master of all mystic powers, has departed for His own abode, please tell us to whom the religious principles have now gone for shelter. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Essentially, religion is the prescribed codes enunciated by the Personality of Godhead Himself. Whenever there is gross misuse or neglect of the principles of religion, the Supreme Lord appears Himself to restore religious principles. This is stated in Bhagavad Gita. Here the sages of Naimisharanya are inquiring about these principles. The reply to this question is given later. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the transcendental sound representation of the Personality of Godhead, and thus it is the full representation of transcendental knowledge and religious principles. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the first canto, first chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Questions by the Sages. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. So, we are hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, the questions by the sages. So, who are the sages here? Who are the sages? Who's asking questions? Shaunaka Rishi, Shaunakadi Rishis. So there are many sages, not one sage. And to whom they are asking? Suta Goswami. So the background is all the sages together, they had performed thousands of years of sacrifice. And after performing, means after some time, they felt that their sacrifice is not getting the result what they are expecting. And they selected Suta Goswami as a leader. And because Suta Goswami was, of course, Shaunakadi Rishi was senior, but still he selected Suta Goswami. The reason being, Suta Goswami had the knowledge, he had heard this Bhagavatam from his guru. Who is his guru? Vyasa and Shukadeva Goswami. Because when Shukadeva Goswami spoke, even Suta Goswami was also there. He heard this. And they selected Suta Goswami, gave him a place to sit, and they inquired. That is what is the subject matter of the first chapter. So there were totally 6 questions put forth by the sages. Shaunakadi Rishis put forth 6 questions. Starting from the first question, which is number 9. Tatra tatranjashya ushman bhavata yad vinishchitam pumsam ekantasya tanna samshitam arhasi. The first and foremost question what they put forth to Suta Goswami is, please therefore, being blessed with many years, explain to us in an easily understandable way what you have ascertained to be the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general. What is the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general? So that was the first question put forth by the sages of Naimisharanya to Suta Goswami. Ekantaha Shreyas. Then the next question, question number 2. Bhurini bhuri karmani shrotavyani vibhagashaha atasadu tatrayat saram samudritya manishaya. There are many varieties of scriptures, and in all of them there are many prescribed duties which can be learned only after many years of study in the various divisions. Therefore, O sage, of all scriptures and explain it for the good of all living beings, that by such instruction their hearts may be fully satisfied. So here the sages are telling there are varieties of scriptures. Give us the essence of all these scriptures. That is the question number 2. Then question number 3 is the next verse. Suta janasi vadramte bhagavan satvatam patihi devakyam vasudevasya jato yasya chikirshaya. O Suta Goswami, you know for what purpose the personality of Godhead appeared in the womb of Devaki as a son of Vasudeva. Who is the personality of Godhead? Krishna. Here Suta Goswami, the Shaunakadi Rishis are asking directly about Krishna. Why Krishna appeared in this material world? So that is the question. And next they asked is, we are eager to learn about the personality of Godhead and His incarnations. Tanna Shushushamananam Arhasi Angau Varnitam Yasyavatara Bhutanam Shemacha Bhavayacha. Please explain to us those teachings imparted by the previous masters, for who is uplifted both by speaking them and by hearing them. Then text 17, question number 4. Tasya karmani udarani parigitani surbihi bruhina shaddadananam leelaya dadata kala. His transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious, and great learned sages like Narada sing of them. Please therefore speak to us who are eager to hear about the adventures he performs in his various incarnations. So here we can see he is asking to speak about the various incarnations. Even the next verse also is almost similar. Athakya hi arer deeman avatara katashubha Leela Vidatah Swairam Ishwarasyatma Mayaya. Please narrate to us the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Godhead's multi-incarnations. Such auspicious adventures and pastimes of the Lord, the Supreme Controller, are performed by His internal powers. So here we can see both are similar. What is the difference? Here the text number 17 says about Kala. Explain to us about the Kala expansions. And text number 18 says about the various incarnations. That is text number 18 also says, and there is clearly which tells about Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmane Dharma Varmani. That is today's verse. No, text number 18 only, which says about Avatara Katha. So various incarnations. In English, it has been translated as Avatara, that is incarnation. Even Kala also is incarnations. If you see word-to-word meaning, Prabhupada translates as incarnations. Actually, what the sages are asking is about the expansions of the Supreme Lord. There is a difference between expansions and incarnations. The sages are asking what all the activities of the expansions, what all the activities of incarnations. So what all the expansions? What is the difference between expansions and incarnations? Expansions are Krishna's expansions, Balarama to Chaturvyuha. What are the Chaturvyuhas? Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. After that what happens again is there is Mahavishnu. Then again Mahavishnu into second Chaturvyuha expansions. From second Chaturvyuha expansions, there is Purushavatara starts. So the sages of Naimisharanya are asking about those Purushavataras, what they are going to do. That is directly is asking about, tell about the creation, how this entire creation happened. Then he tells about various incarnations. So it is said that the Purushavataras, that is from Mahavishnu, Karanodakashayi Vishnu, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. He asked about all these three personalities. Then he is asking about the activities of further, from Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, all the incarnations come. So tell us about the multifarious incarnations. So tell us about that. And finally, in the last question, that is in this today's verse, the sages are asking, Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmane Dharma Varmani Swam Kashta Madunopete Dharmakam Sharanam Gataha. Bruhi, they are saying, please tell, Yogeshware Krishne Brahmane. So Krishna is addressed as Yogeshware, the Lord of all mystic powers, and he is also Brahmane, the absolute truth. So if you see, it is very clear from beginning of the Bhagavatam. Vyasadeva is directly telling who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna, the Supreme Personality, absolute truth, Krishna. And also we can see he is telling Dharma Varmani, and he who upkeeps the Dharma. Swam Kashta Adunopete. He has gone back to his own abode. So who has gone back? Krishna has gone back. So this, the entire incidence is happening just in the beginning of Kali Yuga. Krishna has gone back to his abode, Goloka Vrindavana, and all the sages are asking, so who is the person who is uplifting the Dharma? Dharma kam sharanam gataha. Who will uplift the Dharma? Where does Dharma take shelter of? So that is the question where the sages are asking that since Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Brahmane, the absolute truth, and he is also the Yogeshwara, the Lord of all mystic powers, he is gone back to his spiritual abode. Now, where does Dharma take shelter? So these are the 6 questions which is put forth by the sages of Naimisharanya to Suta Goswami. So, after hearing, and he said that all these 6 questions, it's very, very special questions. It is not, we can hear so many enquiries. Nowadays, we can see that each and every person has an inquiry in the mind. So, Srila Prabhupada, in one of the class, he says, even a small child has inquiries. A child cannot just keep quiet. If you see, he keeps on asking so many questions, so many questions. Papa, what is this? Why is this? Where is this? How is this? So sometimes parents also get fed up. What is this? He's keep on asking something or the other. So these questions, Prabhupada says, even the small child has so many inquiries. And the human beings, every one of us has one or the inquiries. As compared to the animals, animals only inquire about eating, sleeping, mating, defending. And Prabhupada says, the same inquiries we should also not put forth. But there should be inquiry beyond this eating, sleeping, mating and defending or sense gratification. There should be something beyond this. Then he is a human being. Otherwise, he is not a human being. He is compared to animals. So, compared to all this, we can see that what kind of questions these sages are putting forth to Suta Goswami. And these questions are not ordinary, it's very special. How it is special? Suta Goswami himself, he says that these questions are Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavadbir loka mangalam yatkata Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. So these questions, Suta Goswami says, this Krishna samprashno, what you are putting forth, very, very important. The subject matter of Krishna is Varti. He says it's very important because he says that this is related to Krishna. He says first and foremost it is related to Krishna, and these queries are for the Loka Kalyana, the welfare of the common people. So very important. So sometimes we may think, Prabhu, what is this Krishna Katha? What is this Bhagavata Katha? Why it is so important? You know, we have to take care of our day-to-day affairs. There are so many questions pertaining to day-to-day affairs. Why can't we ask? We get solution for it. But actually Bhagavatam says, Suta Goswami says, he says that Krishna Samprashno, the subject matter related to Krishna is very important because this is what actually is gives welfare to the human beings, not other things. And apart from that, giving welfare to all the human beings, it also yena atma suprasidati. it satisfies the self. Whatever inquiries you may put forth in so many things, very important inquiries of life, it actually, whatever material solutions you keep giving for it, will not be satisfied. The important instruction here by Sutta Goswami is telling, these queries are not ordinary, it's very special. It's directly asking, he is directly asking about Krishna, his expansions, about his incarnations, and where Dharma is taking shelter. It's a very important inquiry. We can see that Bhagavatam is not just some questions and answers. Sometimes we come to a conclusion, Prabhu, this is the basis of Bhagavatam. 6 questions put forth by sages, and Sutta Goswami is answering 6 questions. And like that, there is questions put forth by Parikshit Maharaj, and Shukadeva Goswami is answering. And again, there is questions put forth by, there is instances where Yudhishthira Maharaj is putting forth so many questions to Narada Muni, and there are so many questions put forth by Narada to Vyasa. So, this is what is Bhagavatam? No, actually Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this. Bhagavatam is just not simple question and answers. This is in the context where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives 61 meanings for Atma Rama verse. Very wonderful verse in the Bhagavatam. He gives all these meanings to Sanatana Goswami. So Sanatana Goswami hears, and he says, actually it is said that after hearing all these verses, all the explanations for this Atma Rama verse, Sanatana Goswami was very much thrilled, impressed, and immediately falls into the feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he says that, I understand that you are the personality, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. And with your breathing, there are many manifestations of Vedic literature. And Sanatana Goswami says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu breathes out, there are so many realizations which are coming. There are so many things which are coming, flowing from his mouth. And you are not an ordinary person. How can you be ordinary? And he says that you are the teacher of Srimad Bhagavatam, and you best know the meanings of the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is not possible for others to understand the confidential meanings of Srimad Bhagavatam without your mercy. Like this, Sanatana Goswami tells to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, getting impressed by hearing all 61 meanings of Atma Rama verse. Then immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts speaking. He says, do not try to praise me in that way. Just try to understand the real nature of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the sound representation of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. Krishna is unlimited, and similarly, each word and letter of Srimad Bhagavatam has unlimited meanings. How Krishna is unlimited, even Bhagavatam is also unlimited. If you keep on reading Srimad Bhagavatam, you will have various understandings. But very important here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, how to understand this. Sometimes we try to know Srimad Bhagavatam, keep on reading like a very big scholar. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, this scholarly approach doesn't work. He says, one can understand these meanings through association of pure devotees. Otherwise, it is difficult. By association of pure devotees, you will be able to understand the meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam. Don't then say that Bhagavatam is simply a collection of answers and questions. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this. Just not merely answers and questions. So it's very important for us to know that Srimad Bhagavatam is just, it's not how to become a scholar, you start reading, understanding, very in depth, keep on reading it, you will not be able to understand. So further, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quotes what Lord Shiva says. He says as that Lord Shiva says, as far as Bhagavatam is concerned, I may know it. I means Shiva, Lord Shiva. Shiva is telling, as far as Bhagavatam is concerned, I may know it, or Shukadev Goswami may know it, or Vyasadeva may know it, or we may not know it. But actually Bhagavatam is to be understood by devotional service and from a pure devotee, and not by one's own intelligence or by academic commentaries. So it is very important. Bhagavatam could be understood by pure devotional service and in association of pure devotees. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says that this knowledge could be understood because Bhaktosi me sakacheti. He says that Krishna says to Arjuna that you are able to understand this knowledge because you are my devotee and my friend, dear friend. So very important approach to read, understand Srimad Bhagavatam. So that we have to be devotee, in devotional mode we have to understand. And in the understandings of pure devotees. How pure devotee has presented this Srimad Bhagavatam. In that way we should be able to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. Otherwise the scholarly approach or try to memorize all the slokas and try to quote it, that doesn't actually, what desired result you have to get through Srimad Bhagavatam will not be able to get. And there is also, in this particular verse, Suta Goswami, all the sages of Naimisharanya is asking that where did Dharma take shelter in absence of Krishna? That's a very important question. That especially when Krishna says that Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So there is a question, very valid, very important question, that all the sages of Naimisharanya is asking Suta Goswami that especially when Krishna is not there and Kali Yuga has started, adharma is spreading. Now where dharma should take shelter of? So that is very important because Krishna has told in the Bhagavad Gita that I'll uplift the dharma. Now who will dharma take shelter of? And how will Lord uplift? When Lord only is not there, he has gone back to his abode. So here we can see, first of all, we have to understand that what all the anomalies which happens, we can see that if it is dharma or adharma which is happening. Especially we have to understand, in one of the lectures Srila Prabhupada says, what is the difference between Rama Rajya and present Rajya? What is happening? He gives an example of one of the instances where there was one Brahmana. He lost his son. And he went to Lord Ramachandra and asked, what kind of king you are? When I am alive, my son is dying. So one may ask this, what is this? It is death. What is it pertain to the king? But actually it is said that when adharma prevails, these kind of anomalies happens. Irregularities happens. When father is there, son is dying. That's not supposed to happen. That is where Brahmana, he was in very aggrieved situation. He went and approached Rama. So that is the kind of ruling which Ramachandra had. That kind of even small mistake also should not happen. That kind of thing will not happen. There were no irregularities in the Prabhupada in one place says that people were so dharmic that they used to keep the doors open, all the treasury open. Nobody used to come and just take away anything. So much charity used to be given that people didn't have that kind of wanting, means they are not very poor, that they don't have any money, they have to go and rob from somebody else. That kind of situation was never there. There is no climate change or heat, so much heat wave is going on, or ativrishti or anavrishti, too much rain or no rains at all. So these all the anomalies or irregularities which is happening, we can see as compared to the present Rajya or Rama Rajya. There's a lot of contrast, lot of differences there. Even Prabhupada also says when Yudhishthira Maharaj used to rule, there were no kleshas at all. Adi Bhautika Klesha, Adhyatmika, Adi Devika Kleshas were not at all there. So it was very perfect. Even Parikshit Maharaj was ruling very perfectly. And the kings were so capable that even wars used to happen. The effect of wars were never been realized by the citizens. When Krishna was ruling, Prabhupada says that how Krishna was so expert, even Jarasandha used to attack Mathura. How many times he attacked? 21 times? 17 times he attacked. They said 17 times. And every time, first time, second time, third time, every time he used to double his army members. And each and every time, who used to go for war? Not the Mathura Vasis. Oh, very less people are there. Okay, now Jarasandha is bringing double of the army phalanx. So let us also, even the common men also should come of Mathura, should fight against Jarasandha. No. Each and every time only Krishna and Balaram, two people, used to fight with Jarasandha, with all the members of Jarasandha. And Krishna Balaram was so expert to kill every one of them except Jarasandha. He used to just leave Jarasandha like this. Baksh diya, chalo, jao. So like that kind of, people never used to know what is happening. They used to be happy in Mathura. And still there were some people who were in anxiety. So what did Krishna do? He shifted every one of them overnight. Why this anxiety should continue? The 18th time when Jarasandha attacked, he shifted entire Mathura to Dwaraka. And there also war used to happen. Prabhupada was mentioning that even every member, apart from Krishna, Balaram, even his sons, everyone used to go to fight. All the Dwaraka Vasis were blissful, happy. They never used to worry. The only anxiety they had is what will happen to Krishna. That is the only anxiety. They were never worried about their lives, but they were worried about only Krishna. But the point here is, Prabhupada mentions that even the common citizens, they were not in anxiety during wars. That was how they were ruling. As compared at the present situation is totally opposite. And even Bhagavatam also explains about one instance where Prithu Maharaj was ruling. And when Prithu Maharaj became king, he saw that there were so many difficulties which was going on in his kingdom. And people didn't have food to eat. There were diseases, but there were no medicines to cure. And they all approached Prithu Maharaj. And Prithu Maharaj knew what has to be done. He just took the bow and arrow he took and started chasing Mother Earth. Mother Earth took the form of a cow. And Prithu Maharaj never gave up. He was continuously attacking Mother Earth until one place where Mother Earth took shelter of Prithu Maharaj, and continuously she offered prayers. And it is said that in the prayers, Prithu Maharaj actually said to Mother Earth, as a demigoddess, you came and took whatever the oblations is offered, that whatever is there you took. In return, you're supposed to give whatever to all the citizens, your children. But why are you not giving? Why are you keeping all these things reserved with you? All the grains and all the herbs and medicines, all these things you're supposed to give to your citizens. Why are you keeping with you? Then actually it is said that Mother Earth started speaking. And she offered nice prayers to Prithu Maharaj. And she said that I have seen all these grains and necessities which are to be provided by me, and all the herbs and medicines. Nowadays, there are so many, research says there are so many diseases are there and no medicines available. Actually, why it is not available? Mother Earth is preserving it. She is not giving to the children, whoever is there. Why? What reason? She says that actually all the people who are there, they all started becoming very sinful. And they are misutilizing these whatever natural things which is provided by Mother Earth. They were misutilizing it. They became very sinful. So because of that, what I did is I took away all these things and kept it in my with me without giving to all the citizens. Just see. Then Prithu Maharaj then asked her to supply whatever necessities are there. And that is being explained in the Bhagavatam. But here we can see that how very particular, precise Dharma, when Dharma takes shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there are no issues, no problem. Adharma is not at all there. So that was the ruling as compared to the present government. They don't know what is actual Dharma, the principles of Dharma. And there are so many sinful acts which is happening. So because of that, there are so many irregularities which we are seeing. Prabhupada says that very important thing is all the citizens should be aware what is their duty to be performed, what they have to do, the prime duty. So because of that, there will not be any chaos. So Bhagavatam explains this, what is supposed to do, what each and every person is supposed to do, especially in Kali Yuga. Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is the shelter which we have to take. So here we can see that this kind of situation, the Bhagavatam in the coming verses also it is being explained that how Dharma, to whom it takes shelter of. That is the question, the sixth question which is being put forth by the sages to Suta Goswami. Suta Goswami replies to the question put forth by the sages. They say that Krishne swadama upagate dharma jnanadipi saha kalo nashta drishamesha purnarko adunoditaha. It is said that Krishna swadama upagate, after Krishna departed to his abode with all religious principles, his representative, the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Mahapurana, remains as a blazing, illuminating sun. So this is the answer what Suta Goswami gives. That now Krishna has gone back to his abode. Now Dharma, Krishna again expanded himself. His representative, Srimad Bhagavatam, has come. So all of us should take shelter of this Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's what being explained, that Srimad Bhagavatam is the only hope in this age of Kali, that one has to take shelter. So very important aspect means our move towards Srimad Bhagavatam, to understand Bhagavatam, is our eagerness. Eagerly we have to hear what Bhagavatam says. Especially when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, that should be our approach. So what is Bhagavatam going to say today? Eagerly we have to sit for reading. Sometimes we sit for reading in a position where we are very uncomfortable, means comfortable in this is not uncomfortable, to say very cozy kind of atmosphere. So slowly what happens is we tend to lose interest, or just for the sake of reading we read, or we sleep off, we doze off. So that is not the approach which we have to have. Approach is we have to be eager. Eager for what? Prabhupada says that we should be eager to see Krishna, to meet Krishna. That eagerness should be there. We have to stop this repeated cycle of birth and death in this life itself. That is the eagerness we should have. So Prabhupada gives a very nice story in this connection. He says about a thief was sitting in a Bhagavad Katha, and the Bhagavad recitation is going on. And where the Bhagavad Kathakar is telling about Krishna and his attributes and how Yashoda Maya is to decorate Krishna with lot of jewelry and nice garlands and other things. And he was describing each and every jewelry, how it is and how shining it is. And it's not ordinary jewelry which is there. And he starts describing all these things. And this Kathakar was thinking that let me have a shortcut. Instead of doing so much theft here and there, sometimes he may get a good amount from the what theft he is doing, or sometimes very less, or he has to just go away. But instead of that, let me try to catch this boy Krishna. Somehow or the other, let me get this Krishna. He was very eager to meet this Krishna. So Prabhupada says that eagerness, he points out this eagerness. So he had this eagerness to meet Krishna, and he started inquiring, where is Krishna, where he will be. And this Kathakar said, he is there in Vrindavan now also. Krishna never left Vrindavan. He is there here in Vrindavan. So this thief even more eagerly was thinking that let me go immediately to Vrindavan. And he went to Vrindavan and he started searching, where is Krishna, where is Krishna, where is Krishna? Eagerly, without even eating, sleeping, not even drinking anything, he was waiting for Krishna. And Krishna appeared in front of him. And immediately he saw Krishna. He was so happy by seeing Krishna. And he started making friendship with Krishna. He started giving some gifts, some flowers, something like that. He started trying to develop friendship with Krishna. And slowly started speaking to Krishna. And Krishna, you are so beautiful. Your garland is beautiful. Your jewelry is beautiful. And Krishna was smiling. He was so happy. And slowly he started, can you give this jewelry? It's so nice. I want this. And Krishna is also so intelligent, and he is very innocently he says, no, this is my mother has given. I cannot give. She will scold me. He said. Then this thief also, okay, don't worry. You keep it with you. Then after some time, okay, you're asking. No, Krishna says, okay, you're asking. Take this jewelry. You keep. At time this thief immediately says, no, Krishna, you only keep. It is looking nice to you. So Prabhupada says, just moments of association with Krishna, he changed. His heart got changed. And he said, totally, a thief became a great devotee. So it all started with the eagerness. How in association of devotees, he sat, heard, and that actually developed a keen interest to see Krishna. So that's why Bhagavatam makes us more eager to go nearer to Krishna. That's why Prabhupada says that you have to read. Bhagavatam itself says, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So that is a very important message what we have to take. So that slowly we develop this eagerness. Not only that, Prabhupada continues to say that even the gopis had this eagerness. He says, I'll just read out. The first thing is how much eager you are to see Krishna. Krishna will respond. If you are actually eager to see Krishna, the reason may be different. Either you are lusty or to steal his ornament. Some way or other, you become attracted to Krishna, then your business is successful. And he quotes from Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami advises that. He says in a poetry, it is on the matter of the gopis talking. One gopi is advising another gopi, my dear friend. He quotes a very nice shloka. He says that, my dear friend, there is one boy, his name is Govinda. He is standing on the bank of Yamuna near the Keshi Gata, and he is playing on his flute, and he is so beautiful that especially during full moon night, please do not go there. So beautiful Krishna is there, and one gopi is advising another gopi. It's a very wonderful pastime. I was hearing that all these gopis start speaking to each other. There was one Gopa got married to one gopi who is a neighboring village. Okay, somewhere outside Vrindavan. And that gopi got married and she came to her mother-in-law's house. And mother-in-law started telling, okay, she started telling these all the works you have to do. No, mother-in-law about household activities she'll say. And she started telling, don't meet those girls who are there roaming around. They are mad. Don't go. She started advising. Those girls are there, they are mad. Then she asked why they became mad. Then this mother-in-law started telling that all these girls have been bitten by a black cobra. A black cobra has bitten and they all become mad. And this daughter-in-law started worrying, black cobra? And this mother-in-law, you also be careful. Never ever go near that black cobra. He'll also bite you. And you'll also become mad like them. And she didn't understand what is this black cobra. She was going away. Actually, black cobra was Krishna. And they said, don't go nearby Krishna. And after some time, after a few days, she also became like that. And mother-in-law said, oh, she is also gone. Bitten by black cobra. So like that, all the gopis used to speak, never ever go nearby this Krishna, Govinda. So he says that, what is that? Prabhupada explains that. My dear friend, there is one boy, his name is Govinda. He is standing on the bank of Yamuna near Keshi Ghat and he is playing on his flute. And he is so beautiful that especially during full moon night, please do not go there. Why? No, because if you have got intention to enjoy in this material world with your family members, wife, children, husband, please do not go there. Krishna always stands in three-curved way with his flute. That is Krishna's Tribanga Murari. Tribanga, three places he is bent. If you think that you will enjoy more your life in this material world, then you do not go there. You do not go there. Idea is that if you once see Krishna, then you will forget all this nonsense material enjoyment. That is seeing Krishna. No more. So he quotes, Prabhupada quotes from Bhagavatam, at how Dhruva Maharaj, after seeing Vishnu, he also said, Swamin Kirtarthosmi Ramnayache. Dhruva Maharaj wanted to see Krishna to get the kingdom of his father. But when he saw Vishnu, whatever benediction you want, you take, Vishnu said. Then he said, Swamin Kirtarthosmi Varamnayache. My dear Lord, I have no more any desire. That is Krishna saying. That if you want to see Krishna for some business, that I shall see Krishna. Just like, of course, if you are eager to see Krishna, the motive may be different, but somehow or other, due to our eagerness, you will see Krishna. That is the only qualification. So further, he quotes from Rupa Goswami's. He says that in another poetry, Rupa Goswami says, Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamadihi Kriyatam Yadi Kutopi Labhyate. This Krishna consciousness, I have taken this from this word, Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamatihi. This is actual translation in Sanskrit, or Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamatihi. So Rupa Goswami advises that Krishna consciousness, if it is possible, please purchase, don't delay. Purchase immediately. Where is it available? It is a very nice thing. Yes, it is available. You can purchase. The movement is going on. It is such a nice thing. You have to pay price. Yes, there is price. What is that? Tatra laulyam ekalam moulyam. Simply your eagerness. That is the price. This price you have to pay. Then you get Krishna immediately. So very important. Any aspect of devotional service, we should be very eager. You may say, Prabhu, the same thing we are doing daily. What is the thing? You lose interest if you keep on doing the same thing. Bhagavatam class I heard morning, every day morning, oh same, let me sit and hear. No. We should always be eager. What is the eagerness? You have to meet Krishna. You have to meet Krishna. So that is the eagerness which actually pulls the living entity to do nicely, to do even devotional service more nicely. He says that is the only price we have to pay. Further, Prabhupada says, Krishna is not poor, and Krishna seller, the Krishna devotee, he is also not poor. He can distribute Krishna free, and he is doing that. Simply you have to purchase by that eagerness. Prabhupada says, oh eagerness, I have got eagerness. Oh, it is not so easy. He said, even eagerness is also not so easy. Tatra laulyam ekala maulyam janma koti sukritirna labhyate. This eagerness cannot be achieved even by pious activities for millions of births. If you simply go on doing pious activities, because without being pious, you cannot approach Krishna. So if you do on going simply pious, so if you do go on doing simply pious, janma koti sukriti. Sukriti means pious activities. Simply pious. Still this eagerness is not awakened. So this eagerness is very important thing. But it can be awakened by the association of devotees. So eagerness can be awakened by in association of devotees hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Sometimes we have a conception, okay, temple is there, Prabhu, now I'll do something else. I'll go and sit and chant. Or I am in ashram, I'll sit and hear separately Bhagavatam class. No, Prabhupada says sit in association of devotees and hear Bhagavatam. That has the effect. So we should always hear Bhagavatam. Tat Shattadana Munayaha. Those who have developed that eagerness faith that I must see Krishna in this life. This life is meant for seeing Krishna. It is the only institution that is teaching people how to see Krishna. This is the only institution. This Krishna conscious movement, it's so important. So it is very important that we hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam in association of devotees. Chanting the holy name in association of devotees. These all in association of devotees is very important. So one should not avoid. So okay, let me sit in Keshi Ghat, or let me sit in somewhere in one under a tree, let me chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. No. Prabhupada never recommended so. That is all for elevated souls. We as a neophytes, we should always sit in the association of devotees and chant the holy name. That will actually help. So that is, we can see that the 6 questions put forth, and in further how Suta Goswami answers in the next chapter, we will see that. I shall stop here. If anybody has any questions, you can ask. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जाए, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जाए। आई गॉड प्रेमानंद।